This segment takes you up close and personal with the real change agents, the foundation heartbeats. Each month, we take a deep dive into what really drives community change. And it all comes down to the people. In keeping with the International Women's Day theme, we interviewed a woman on the ground. She's confident, determined, and compassionate. And she's spent the past 17 years of her professional life working with students with special needs. Join us as we have a chat with the principal of the Lady Ho Choi School in Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Sharon Lewis.
I'm Sharon Lewis, the principal of Lady Ho Choi School, Arima. Responsibilities for Lady Ho Choi Cocorit and Gasparillo. I've been teaching for the past, 27 years, 28 years. I have been at Lady Ho Choi School, Arima for the past 17 years. Lady Ho Choi Arima was established in January 1980. Now, Lady Ho Choi establishment, the name Lady Ho Choi came into being in 1961 by then the First Lady, the Governor General's wife. You know the history. So Solomon Ho Choi's wife, Lady Ho Choi, they established a home for individuals with mental disabilities. We call them, well, today's term, intellectual disability. Every day is a joy coming here. We must have things that stood out over the years. And over that period, I can bring to mind one of our students, Israel Duncan, representing Trinidad and Tobago in track and field, and he came back with gold medals, yes, I must say, quite recently. That is before the COVID drama. So we are a very small school, 28 students. And the students were looking for ways in which they can expand their crop rotation. Just at the back of the school, we wanted to introduce some animals. And then it just dawned on me, we can introduce some fish. And this new innovation with aquaponics. And that is when Digicel Foundation was in the right place at the right time, and I just mentioned it to Cindy, and it started here. The aquaponics program started at Lady Ho Choi Arima, and it mushroomed into all the other special schools. And it is something that can go out into the communities. I know it will grow. We've seen it all over. All over. I always had a love for special ed, because from my very first appointment, there was a student in my class who displayed no special needs tendency. Back in those days, I didn't know what it was. As a young teacher, I just knew we just had to make accommodation for this child, and the principal asked me if I was willing to take her, and I said, Miss, I have no problem. And I saw the benefits of it. When you work with students to overcome whatever gap they achieve. Most rewarding is being with the students in the classroom. My first love is teaching. And I enjoy teaching. I enjoy coming every day just to hear the stories. Even online assemblies, I was laughing. We like to be seen as an institution that can prepare students for living. Right? I like to use the word living as opposed to life. You know, we prepare them for living. Because living is a daily activity, and living independently, we live in a life that is worthwhile, living a life that is very valuable to them and others. They can stand on their own and be independent in whatever aspect they choose to do.
We're building minds and schools in Papua New Guinea. This segment takes us to the Pacific, where they are highlighting the Jubilee Secondary Catholic School. This project is one of the first major urban construction projects that was launched late last year. Let's see more.
It is a fact that having schools in good conditions is decisive for students to achieve the expected academic results. To date, Digicel PNG Foundation has built over 630 classrooms across the 89 districts of Papua New Guinea. School infrastructure continues to be a growing need, with the high rate of enrollment and rundown classroom facilities. Understanding this, Jubilee Catholic Secondary School, a church-run agency school in the National Capital District, applied to the Digicel PNG Foundation to build additional classrooms to help with the growing numbers in their enrollment. In November 2020, Digicel PNG Foundation marked the opening of its first ever secondary school project in the National Capital District. Jubilee Catholic Secondary School were given the honor of being the recipient of a classroom complex worth 1.2 million kina. Chaplain of Jubilee Catholic Secondary School and board member for Digicel Foundation, Father John Glynn, said the school was in dire need of classrooms as many students used laboratories and other spaces for teaching and learning.
Well, I've been a member of Digicel Foundation from the very beginning, and it's given me a huge amount of pleasure because in all my years in Papua New Guinea, I've seen many overseas companies coming here and making huge amounts of money, and not too many of them have developed this kind of good citizenship of theirs where they reinvest back into the country.
The new classrooms have actually been a blessing to the school. We've actually been trying our very best to have new classrooms to cater for the increase in the number of students that we actually have.
Digital Foundation, they helped us a lot with the building, the 4 classes. It catered the other 3 grade 11 classes because we've been using our science lab, the laboratories to go on with our lessons.
Since the school was established in the early 2000s, classrooms have not been built or renovated. Thanks to Digicel Foundation, the school has brand new classrooms for the teachers and students. Digicel PNG Foundation aims to leave no one behind, especially at this time of COVID-19 when many schools, teachers and staff were affected.